When you're a YouTube dipper, especially a dipper viewer, sometimes you have to dip stuff you really don't want to dip. This is one of those times. Fuck you, Britain. Yes, we're here for a new dip review, and yes, I know I don't usually give it away that early, but we're reviewing Kayak Peach by the request of my good friend Britton from Skype. He somehow loves this stuff, and he wanted me to review it. I reviewed it in like 2011, so I guess it's time to review it again. But first, a couple of things. Normally I don't do this in the beginning of my videos, but shout out to my friend Eric Dips. He featured me, Jared, and some other friends on a dip talk, which he does these things called dip talks, which are very similar to the Google Hangouts I did for a little while. We answered a bunch of dip questions. It was a lot of fun. So go check out Eric Dips and the video, of course. And check out his other videos and subscribe. Really good. So do that. Also, a couple little tidbits. I don't know if I'd necessarily call it news, but a couple little tidbits on dip. First of all, yes, Copenhagen Black is back now. It is back in season. In case you're wondering, it's a seasonal dip. It runs from the fall into the winter, and then they take it away and reintroduce it in September or late August, a couple places. I know a couple of my friends got it in late August. But it's back now, and some people have been telling me to re-review it. I am going to be re-reviewing it, but it's not up here quite yet. Though I've talked to a couple store clerks, it won't be much longer, but it's not here quite yet. But once it is, I'm going to get some, and I'm going to re-review it because I can. Next bit of news, Grizzly Dark Wintergreen. I'm sure you've all heard of it, but odds are a lot of you haven't tried it because it's only available in Indiana right now. I've heard two rumors. First rumor I've heard is that they are taking it off the shelves and that they are discontinuing it, that they're not going to go through with it. I can neither confirm nor deny that. I have no proof. That's just a rumor I've heard. The second rumor I've heard is that it's becoming available in more places. I've had a couple people tell me it's available in Pennsylvania now, and I think someone told me it's available in Virginia now. Weird shit. I don't know. If I hear any, more news on the Dark Wintergreen, I'll let you know. But those are just the little rumors floating around at the moment. But that concludes the fucking 11 o'clock dip news on Joey Let's Dippin'. We're gonna get to the fucking review of this shit. If you know me, you know I'm not a huge fan of Kayak. If you watch my Kayak Grape review, which is the Kayak Grape review, I said I liked it. Kayak Grape. I don't even like Kayak Grape anymore. Fuck Kayak. Bort. Plarf! Plarf. But okay, so let's go. Let's take a look at the presentation. Cheap and shitty. Back before they had these warning labels, that had like mountains and a little kayak right here. Now it's just text and very cheap. Look at this shit. Label just comes right off. A lot of times it'll come undone and fall off. But no, this one just slides right off. Very cheap fucking can. It's all shiny and shit. And some of the Kayak cans have black warning labels now. Have switched to the black ones. I know on Kayak Grape they're black. On Kayak Natural they're black. I believe on the Kayak Straight they're black. But apparently not on the Peach. Unless this is a really old tin. Which this is an older tin. When I first got it, it was a little bit dry. Not extremely. And look what just happened. Label just fucking came off. Great. So I just trickled a few drops of water in it, and it's fine now. The thing with Kayak is they really don't push the other flavors around here. You have Kayak Grape, which is the only widely available grape dip. You have like Seneca, but Kayak Grape is the only widely available grape dip out there. So it's the only grape, so people are going to buy the grape if they want grape. But if people want peach or apple, chances are they're going to go to Skull. So if you get a tin of Kayak Grape, it's going to be fresh, but anything else, it's not guaranteed to be very fresh at all. So presentation sucks, especially now. And no date. I know Kayak used to have a code on the bottom that you could decode. They do not have that anymore and haven't for a while, so I can't tell you the date. But let's take a whiff of the scent. Okay, it smells like a really shitty peach. You have Skull Peach, which I like, and then Timberwolf Peach, which tastes great but doesn't pack or last for shit. This just smells like a really shitty fucking artificial, like, peach. Doesn't have a good smell to it. But, let the smell not deceive ya. Let's pack a lip. Pack a lip with me. Don't pack Kayak. Pack whatever you want. Hopefully you're not packing Kayak. I always think Kayak looks nasty because their tins aren't black, so you can see it all stuck inside. Looks kind of fucking gross, eh? But alright, let's pack a lip. I'm going to be packing in the left, of course. A lot of people ask to see my gum, so I'm just going to fucking show you them. Warning, it's kind of bad. That's it. That's good, right? But there she is. So let's go. I'm just going to go for it. Pinchability, of course, sucks on Kayak. But that's kind of a small lip, but cheers. We're just gonna spit in the black mud jug today because I never really spit in the black one much. So we're gonna. The flavor, man. Kayak has this signature cheap dip flavor. And it's really just a cheap peach. What it tastes like, and this is my theory behind Swisher, because it's made by Swisher, who also make, obviously, Swisher Sweets. And my theory is that they take the leftover cigar tobacco and just cut it up into dip, because that's what it tastes like. This tastes like if I took a peach cigar, took it apart, and packed it in my lip. That's my little theory. Call me crazy. I don't know, but I think that that's what they do. But yeah, it's just a shitty peach flavor. It's not satisfying at all, and it's kind of watered down and just kind of nasty. It's a little bit hard to describe, but I much prefer Skull Peach over this. And you know, like I said, Timberwolf Peach to me tastes great, just doesn't last or pack well. That's the problem with it. You have 3 peach dips: Skull, Timberwolf, Kayak. So I only have 2 that I could compare it to. I guess it's closer to Timberwolf, but it's Timberwolf's still much better than this shit.
I fucking hate this thing!
See this stuff? Fuck it! Exaggerating a little bit. It sucks, but it's tolerable. The cut, Kayak has a shitty cut on it in general. It's just a weird, odd kind of cut. It's not a very long cut. Guess you can kind of see it on the lid here. It's got a shitty cut on it, and it packs together like hell. You can't grab a big pinch. When you're pulling it up, sometimes it can fall apart, and putting it in, it can fall apart. And once it's in, even if you get it in, fine, you're going to get tons of floaters. Like, this shit just likes to float all around your mouth and come up, and it does not stay solid. Texture is something on the list that's just kind of a small thing in the reviews. But with this Kayak, it's actually a big deal. Because with Kayak, it has such a weird, fake texture. That's one of the problems. Dropping my 10 as always. That's one of my main problems with Kayak, is like when you pack it, it feels fake. It doesn't feel like real tobacco. It feels like it's some herbal shit or something. Which it's not, but that's how it feels because it's used with, made with shitty tobacco. It just has this waxy, fake feel to it. And I don't like that. It's not rough. It does not give me a burn whatsoever. But it's just weird.
Ah!
I just pulled a Jared. Unfortunately, I don't have a window behind me to smack. Nicotine. This stuff pretty much has 0 nicotine, which I don't really get a buzz anymore unless I pack a big lip of Cope Snuff or a Grizzly Wintergreen. Those are really the only dips I ever get a buzz from. I never really get a buzz anymore. And Kayak is, in case you don't know, is lower than Skull, which is already pretty low. This shit just doesn't have nicotine. I don't even when I was a beginner, I could pack a big lip and not get a fucking buzz from it. There's pretty much no nicotine in this, which makes for a good starter dip, even though it sucks. Spit, kind of nasty. You don't really get that much spit from it. I guess the spit you do get is kind of dark. You get okay amount, but every time I go to spit, yeah, travels to the back of my mouth and hits my throat, and I do not like that with a shitty dip. I actually don't like that in general, but especially with a shitty dip. Lastability. Doesn't last worth a fuck, which honestly is probably a good thing, because it sucks. Then aftertaste. You guessed it. It tastes like ass when you take it out. It just leaves that shitty peach flavor. It just... not a good aftertaste. And shoutouts. We have quite a few today. Sorry, it's going to be cluttered with annotations, but I got to do it. Obviously, my brothers, my home slices, I don't know, Rocky Top Dipper and Tennessee Dipper, of course, Hunter and Jared. And then, of course, my good friend Jordan, the Bluegrass Dipper, full review. And then today's rotators, we have Draven Sours, King of Wintergreen 1999, Redneck Copenhagen Dipper 22, Josh Pinniger? Sorry if I said that wrong. Chevy Dippers, Speed Muffin 21, and special shout out to Justin Higgs. Rest in peace, man. We are up to 18,373 subscribers. Absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much. I love you all. Keep dipping and spitting, keep cracking and packing. And now it's time for the rating. Kayak Peach. Obviously, based on the review, shit sucks. Is it tolerable? Technically, yes. But it still sucks. But since it's tolerable, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. I mean, if you want to try it once, try everything once, as I always say. But it sucks. But it's tolerable, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Would I dip it again? No. This is probably the last can I'll ever buy in my life. Thank you very much. I would have never even bought this if it weren't for Britain, so fuck you. Anyways, like this video if you like this video. Check out my second channel, Ring of Fire JC, where I do random shit. And I will see you in the next one, of course. Thanks for watching. Take care.